It was 2007 when police in California got a call from a most unlikely of sources. Disney starlet turned adult film star Mary-Kate Olsen reporting her boyfriend missing. Her boyfriend, Paul, had disappeared 2 days earlier, and she had no idea where he could be. She said that she hadn't seen him since December, but that she knew something was wrong because he'd forgotten to pay for his gym membership. He would never forget that. The problem was that after 2 weeks of dating, Mary-Kate and Paul weren't exactly what you'd call an item. So the cops didn't take her claims particularly seriously, thinking that it was just another case of a girl making up a story about her jerk ex-boyfriend who dumped her. But as the days passed and Paul still hadn't shown up for work or called any of his friends or family, the police began to fear that something terrible had happened to him. Then they went to his house and discovered some truly gruesome details. First of all, the place was a crime scene. There were bloodstains, literally everywhere. And then there was the smell. The officers commented that it smelled like cat urine and rotting flesh. They soon learned that Paul was not only a gym rat, but also a breeder of exotic animals. And the person who cleaned out his house was none other than Mary-Kate. But as much as the cops wanted to question her, she wasn't in town. She was holed up in a hotel room with her new boyfriend, a man named Joseph, and he was not happy about the police showing up. What was their weird connection to Paul? What did this twisted love triangle have to do with the brutal murder of the animal breeder? Let's find out in today's episode. Mary-Kate and Paul met through friends in October 2007. Paul was immediately taken with her, but he probably didn't realize that his fate had been sealed the second he laid eyes on her. You see, Mary-Kate had a bit of a history. In fact, she had been arrested 4 times before for drug possession. She was a walking legal liability, but Paul didn't know that. Their relationship moved fast. They were spotted holding hands at Disneyland, and by November, Paul had introduced her to his parents. Everything seemed to be going well, but by December, Paul was acting strangely. He'd become distant and withdrawn, and he kept canceling dates with Mary-Kate, often without even telling her why. On December 8th, he told her that he had to cancel their evening together because he had to deal with a family emergency. That was the last time Mary-Kate saw him alive. On December 14th, Paul was reported missing. His car was found outside his house, but nobody had heard from him. This was very unlike Paul. If he didn't show up for work for 2 days, everyone would have known something was wrong. Something must have happened to him. Paul's family was worried sick, but the police were sure he was just hiding out somewhere, trying to get away from his problems. Then they got a call from Mary-Kate. She was worried, too, but she told the police that Paul had borrowed her Lexus on December and had simply vanished. She claimed that she had no idea where he could be, but if you've been paying attention, you already know that's not true. She knows exactly what happened to him because she was the one who killed him. We don't know exactly what happened in Paul's house that night, but we do know that he was murdered in a most horrific way. His body was chopped into pieces using a meat cleaver and then disposed of in garbage bags. The police found a lot of blood in the house, but no body parts. So they didn't make the grisly connection until they followed Mary-Kate's trail to a hotel in San Pedro. She had checked out already, but the night manager recognized the name Paul and remembered that he and Mary-Kate had booked adjacent rooms while they were there. The manager allowed the cops to search Mary-Kate's room, and it didn't take them long to find the evidence they needed to arrest her. There were bloodstains all over the carpet and furniture, and when they looked under the bed, they found a pair of Paul's pants and a bloody meat cleaver. At first, Mary-Kate denied everything. She said that she had nothing to do with Paul's death, and that she hadn't seen him since December 8th. But after finding out that the police had a warrant to search the hotel room she was staying in with Joseph, she changed her tune. She confessed to killing Paul, but claimed that she acted in. According to her story, Paul came over to her house on December 8th. He was agitated and aggressive and attacked her out of nowhere. She fought back and managed to grab his meat cleaver. When she swung it at him, she hit him right in the head. It was only then that she realized that Paul had gone insane. She tried to call the police, but Paul yanked the phone out of her hand and smashed it against the wall. He then ran out of the house, leaving Mary-Kate covered in his blood. She panicked and spent the next few hours cleaning up the mess. Then she took the bloody meat cleaver with her and left town to stay with her friend Joseph. This is where things start to get weird. You see, Joseph had a criminal record of his own. In 2003, he and his brother had kidnapped a woman and held her for ransom. Joseph served 7 years in prison for this crime. When Mary-Kate told him that she had killed Paul in self-defense, He didn't hesitate to help her hide the evidence. But the police weren't buying Mary-Kate's story. Even though Paul was a huge guy, weighing in at 6'4" and 260 pounds, the blood found in his house belonged to Paul, not Mary-Kate. Plus, she had conveniently left town after killing him. She was charged with murder and moved in with Joseph in Los Angeles County Jail, where she awaits trial. All of Paul's body parts were eventually recovered, and an autopsy revealed that he had been decapitated after being Joseph testified in court that Mary-Kate had confessed to him that she had planned Paul's murder for weeks. She even admitted that she had been searching the internet for ways to dismember a body. Joseph said that she told him, quote, "I couldn't escape. I had to kill him." During the investigation, it emerged that Mary-Kate had used Paul's ATM card to withdraw $10,000 and had transferred $40,000 into her account. She was clearly trying to make it look like Paul had simply run away with all his money. The defense tried to argue that Mary-Kate acted in self-defense, but the jury saw through her lies. She was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. Joseph was given 11 years for helping her cover up the crime. But the craziest part of this whole story is that Mary-Kate may have gotten off easy. The judge overseeing her case had originally intended to give her 25 to life, but when he handed down the sentence, he accidentally said 15 to life. After the hearing, the prosecutor said, "I'm disappointed in the sentence. I thought 25 years to life was appropriate considering the brutality of this crime. Nobody should ever use a meat cleaver to dismember another human being." In court, Mary-Kate showed no emotion when the verdict was read. But before she was led away by the bailiffs, she turned to Paul's family and apologized, saying, "I am sorry for your loss." They didn't buy it though. How could she apologize for killing someone and then trying to hack apart their body with a meat cleaver? Today, Mary-Kate is 39 years old. She is serving her time at the California Institute for Women in Chino. According to prison records, she has a scheduled release date of September 2027, but whether or not she makes it out alive is anyone's guess. There are rumors that Mary-Kate has made enemies in prison, and she has been the victim of several attacks. One inmate told the press, quote, "She's not safe inside. People want to hurt her. She's done bad things." That just goes to show that, even though Mary-Kate is the one who killed Paul, the real monster might have been the psychopath she brought home with her from the prison. Joseph is a free man today, having served his time and been released in 2020. But it seems that he has unchanged his ways. He is awaiting trial for a home invasion in which he allegedly assaulted a woman with a hammer. Maybe he was just trying to break her heart. Do you think Mary-Kate got off easy, or was 15 years too much time for her? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out others like it. See you next time.